Okay, the last section or the last part in 1.3 is translating phrases into expressions and sentences into equations. So what we're doing is kind of like when we had the less than, greater than thing, we're translating. And we are talking about sums, products, quotients, totals, differences. These are words that mean operations in mathematics. So anytime you see the word sum, you should think add. Anytime you see the word product, you should think multiply. Quotient means to divide. A total would mean a sum or to add. And then the difference would be to subtract. So these are all words that you've probably seen before, things that are easily recognized. Now, what we have below is words that only go for subtraction. And that's because subtraction and addition differ in the sense that it matters what number comes first, because if you have a bigger number first when you're subtracting, like 10 minus 2, then you're going to get a positive number. But if you had the smaller number first, like 2 minus 10, you would actually get a negative value. So it is very important, the ordering that you translate these words. So notice that we have decreased by, subtracted from, less than. Now this one isn't subtraction. This one is to show you that the difference between less than and is less than. One subtraction and one is that less than symbol that we talked about last section. And then a number less. So these things that I've underlined, these are all words that you need to familiarize yourself with, because these are the subtraction translating words, and there are two of them in particular you need to watch for. And it is this one and this one. The reason why you need to watch for these two is because the ordering is reversed when you see subtracted from and less than. So a number decreased by 10 will just be x minus 10. A number subtracted from 10 will be 10 minus x. Anytime you see subtracted from, you have to reverse the ordering. Whatever's first comes last. Whatever's last comes first. So reverse the ordering when you translate. This one as well, 10 less than a number, that means the x, because it's last, will come first, and the 10, because it's first, will go last. Now, the difference between less than and is less than, do y'all see the is? This indicates you're using that comparing less than, greater than kind of thing, and less than without the is subtraction. Now, this is very confusing. That's why I tend to lean towards the subtracted from than the less than, because I've seen so many people in testing situations get confused and put the other thing, because it is on the same test. So you probably won't have to worry about getting them mixed up. Maybe you'll see them on homework, but I doubt you'll see that on a test. The last thing is a number less 10. This is the correct order, and again, very similar to this one, so I'm not really excited about it, but a number less 10 will be x minus 10. So now that we've seen some examples, let's translate it ourselves. So we have write each phrase or sentence as an algebraic expression or equation. Note that an equation will contain an equal sign. Now, anytime that you see the word is, you will think equal sign. And we have two of those at the very end, so we'll talk about that then. The first one, 7 subtracted from a number. Now, subtracted from was one of the ones I told you to watch out for. So I want you to write whatever's last first. So we're going to use x as that number or variable minus 7. Okay, that's it. That's all you're doing. 4 times a number increased by 11. Increase means to add. Now 4 times a number, this is also an operation. This is 4 times x. And I'm just going to write it as 4x. You don't have to put the times, just write 4x. Increased means to add, and then 11 It's just the number 11. The next one, a product means to multiply. So I'm going to multiply a number in 6. I'm going to put 6 times x this way because x and then a 6 looks funny. So 6 times x is what it means to have a product of a number times 6, or a number in 6. The next one, the sum of 3 and a number. So sum means to add. I'm adding 3 and a number. And this is what you do when you have equal signs. So a sum of 3 and a number means equals 12. A sum of 3 and a number is 12. The quotient, this means to divide. So I'm dividing, and you can put 10 divided by a number. If you want to, you can write it as a fraction. I'm going to write it like this. So the quotient means to divide. 10 and a number is my equals, and then I'm just going to put 1/3. So the quotient of 10 divided by x equals 1/3. All right, that's the end of 1.3.